because of the damn shooting or whatever. Been there, done that.
Mm.
Hey, and Lonzo, you even mentioned in the past that a lot of it depends on the music you play at certain times. Bust a Move, you play Bust a Move, ain't nobody gonna be trying to whoop each other's ass. They too busy dancing, trying to holler at girls, you know?
They gonna try to bust a move on this female over here, okay?
Well, let me ask you this, Lonzo, being a West Coast club owner. I heard, and this was something I've heard later in my life and career, that there were certain records that East Coast guys or a lot of clubs would not play. A lot of Onyx stuff, Annie Up, MOP, certain stuff that you know, whether
I
it
would
be
say as a person who frequented clubs in the 90s, that's true.
So
we didn't.
like,
I heard MOP on the after hours, you know, shows. I heard Onyx on the after hours stuff. Yeah, you're right about that.
Yes,
but that was new to me, because those are records I like and whatever. But I'm not gonna go and get on the floor and start swinging. And this is before anybody ever thought about making a record called "Tear the Club Up." You know what I'm saying? But literally that there was records that you would not play because you were worried about what would happen, whether it be from the lyric content, what certain affiliated people would take it as, or whatever. Were there records, Alonzo, that you would not play in your club? West Coast records.
I did not play at certain times.
Okay.
Certain times after about 1:50, well, 1 o'clock, right around 1 o'clock and last call, I start softening it up. I make my DJ soften up. If I'm the DJ, I start to soften it up, because I did a personal experiment, and I noticed every time we went out on some gangster shit in the parking lot, gangster shit continued. Wow. If you say something like Arrested Development or Isley Brothers, they sang their asses right to their cars, and all we had was a little parking lot pimping problem. But usually, if the music is aggressive and the hit is wearing off or it's still kicked in, because what happens is about 1 o'clock, you got a lot of cats who want to get that last drink in, because some guys, you know, either I ain't driving or I just want to get that last drink in before I leave here, and they'll rush the bar for last call, and they still feeling pretty good about 1:30, 1:45. When you shut the club down at 1:30, all that energy and that vibe and that anger and that angst is all built up. Now I got to go start some shit. But if you take that same guy and put on some Isley Brothers or something that can groove, they'll sing their ass over to the car, trying to hit on the girl he ain't got no business trying to do, and usually it'll dissipate a lot faster. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, did the experiment myself, and it changed my whole club vibe completely. I told if I'm DJing or one of my DJs are playing, no gangster rap past 1 o'clock.
That's fascinating. That's just fascinating to me. It makes total sense. Now, mind you, I'm the guy, even if I'm performing, I'm going to be home by 1 o'clock, but that's fascinating to hear you say that.
Yeah. No gangster rap after 1 o'clock, dude, because it pipes up people too much. It cranks, and I've had club owners, I had partners who work for club owners, and the guys playing so much gangster rap, you can see one more record is like shaking a bottle. Keep on, you're going to pop this top in a minute, Doc. Keep on, you're going to pop this top. Man, bring these fools down. They too amped up. Bring them down. Music has that power, man. And that's the problem with a lot of people, DJs, rappers, producers. They don't understand the true power of music. They think it's just entertainment. Nah, man, it's bigger than entertainment, dude.
It's a spell, man. It could be a spell.
It's the most powerful.
No, it is very powerful. And the thing, what I've learned, and to take you a little bit behind the curtain, why I make happy music and why I make fun music and dance music and the things that I do, is that I know for me, when I'm listening to music, I look at it as something as an escape. I don't necessarily want to take, my stresses and my problems and put them in my music when people are looking at my music as an escape. You know what I mean? So I've always been like that. Like, give me 3 minutes and I'll make you feel better at the end of the 3 than you did before the beginning of the 3. And that's what I wanted. That's always what I wanted to do with my stuff.
One of my guys is on the chat room to ask me a question. What the song was playing when the guy told his partner to hold his teeth while he had fought this guy. I think it was Up in the Club. Okay, either Up in the Club or What Would You Do? Okay, what would you do? Dog Pound is a very aggressive song. That Summer Gun, it just makes you okay. And a fight, we had a fight in the club, and homeboy, the first thing he says, "Hold my teeth. I don't break my new teeth." Okay. True story. True story. Hey man,
what would you do?
Before we go any further,
that's an up-tempo record. So you're not going to mix that with a lot of gangster stuff. You can mix that in between. You can mix that in between some up-tempo, some Parliament, or something like that.
Right. But before I go any further, I got to give my boy Kurt Walker a shout out for making this interview happen, man. He's working with me as my talent coordinator for the N.W.A show. Much love to you, Kurt. I appreciate you working for me, Doc, and making it happen. He reaches out to folks that I either don't have a phone number on or he has a relationship with, and that's how we got here today. Much love to you, Kurt. Got to show love where love is due. Go ahead, folks. We got about 2 minutes left.
Yep. Shout out to Kurt, and also he reached out to me on my Instagram. So anybody looking, please follow me on Instagram, YoungMC89. I'm just starting out in terms of getting my followers up, but I definitely want to make that happen. So YoungMC89.
That works. That works all day.
Thank you so much for joining us, and once again, thank you for your contribution. And not
I'm
only
here.
that, a positive contribution.
I got more questions. I'm here. You know.
Shit, we good. Lonzo, how you feeling?
I got about 3 more minutes. I got another call I got to take at 7 o'clock. They still looking for me, calling me all day. I done hit them up 2 times. But yes, go ahead, do your thing, Dusty. Yeah, man. Okay, so everybody's asking the obvious about you writing for Tone Loc. Can you just talk to us about the Funky Cole Medina and that whole time? Because that was a fun time of my life too, as well. Wild Thing, all that whole time.
It was. I mean, I was given the track. They had given Tone the track to write something for Wild Thing, and it was just a little too raunchy for what they wanted to do because they were really shooting to get radio with it. So I did, wrote 4 verses for Wild Thing, and they 3 verses made the final cut. I wrote 4 verses for Funky Cole Medina, and about 2.5 made the final cut on that. And those records went on to be classics. And what I will say is that I got an opportunity to watch Tone Loc as the records crossed over, as he was able to ride that wave. So when Busted Move started taking off, I was able to really, pick moments out of what Tone was doing and be able to make the best out of it for me. So that's what I really remember about those times. Once again, that's during that 21-month period before Busted Move hit, that I was just, the guy that wrote Tone Loc songs, but still a local LA artist. And once again, help develop me, help make me better, help, kind of, build a spine for what I'm doing now.
All right, folks. Hey, we got about 30 seconds left, Dusty. I got to get ready to do another call.
But folks, man, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much, Young.
It's a pleasure, Doc. It's been a pleasure reconnecting with you after all these years, man. I'm glad to see you looking good, sounding good, and still doing